Is your master awake? Our knocking welcome. Here he comes.
Good morning, noble sir.
Good morning to both of you. Is the king awake, worthy Thane? Not yet. He commanded me to wake him up early. I've almost missed the time you've requested. I'll bring you to him. I know the burden of hosting him is both an honor and a trouble, but that doesn't mean it's not a trouble just the same. The work we enjoy is not really work. This is the door. I'll wake him, because that's my job.
Is the king leaving here today?
He is. He told us to arrange it.
The night has been chaotic. The wind blew down through the chimney where we were sleeping. People are saying they heard cries of grief in the air. Strange screams of death and terrible voices, predicting catastrophes that will usher in a woeful new age. The owl made noise all night. Some people said that the earth shook as if it had a fever.
It was a rough night.
I'm too young to remember anything like that.
Oh, the horror! This is beyond words and beyond belief. What's the matter? The worst thing imaginable has happened. A murderer has broken into God's temple and stolen the life out of it. What are you talking about? The life?
Do you mean the king?
Go into the bedroom and see for yourself. What's in there that will make you freeze with horror? Don't ask me to talk about it. Go look and then do the talking yourselves. Wake up! Wake up! Ring the alarm! Murder and treason! Banquo and Dollobin! Malcolm! Wake up! Shake off sleep which looks like death and look at death itself. Get up! Get up and look at this image of doomsday. Malcolm! Banquo! Get up from your beds as if you were rising out of your own graves, and walk like ghosts to come witness this horror. Ring the bell!
What's going on? Why is that terrifying trumpet calling together everyone who's sleeping in the house? Speak up and tell me.
Oh, gentle lady, my news isn't fit for your ears. If I repeated it to you, it would kill you as soon as you heard it. Oh, Banquo, Banquo, the king has been murdered.
How horrible! What, in our house? It would be a terrible event no matter where it happened. Dear Macduff, I beg you, tell us you were lying and say it isn't so.
If I had only died an hour before this event, I could say I had lived a blessed life. Because from this moment on, there is nothing worth living for. Everything is a sick joke. The graceful and renowned king is dead. The wine of life has been poured out, and only the dregs remain.
What's wrong?
You are, but you don't know it yet. The source from which your royal blood has been stopped. Your royal father is murdered.
Who did it? It seems that the gods who were supposed to be protecting his chamber did it. Their hands and faces were all covered with blood. So were the daggers, which we found on their pillows, unwiped. They stared at us in confusion. No one's life should have been entrusted to them.
And yet I still regret the anger that drove me to kill them. What did you do that for? Is it possible to be wise, bewildered, calm and furious, loyal and neutral all at once? Nobody can do that. The violent rage inspired by my love for Duncan caused me to act before I could think rationally and tell myself to pause. There was Duncan, his white skin all splattered with his precious blood. The gashes where the knives had cut him looked like wounds to nature itself. Then right next to him I saw the murderers dripping with blood, their daggers rudely covered in gourd. Who could have restrained himself? Who loved Duncan and had the courage to act on it?
Help me out of here, quickly!
Take care of the lady.
Why are we keeping quiet? The two of us have the most to say in this matter. What are we going to say here? Where danger may be awaiting to strike at us from anywhere. Let's get out of here. We haven't even begun to weep yet, but there will be time for that later, and the time hasn't come yet for us to turn our deep grief into action. Take care of the lady. When we're properly dressed for the cold, let's meet and discuss this bloody crime to see if we can figure anything out. Right now we're shaken up by fears and doubts. I'm putting myself in God's hands, and this will help. I plan to fight against this secret plot that caused this treasonous murder.
So will I.
So will we all.
Let's get dressed quickly, and then meet in the hall.
Agreed. What are you going to do? Let's not stay here with them. It's easy for a liar to pretend to feel sorrow when he actually feels none. I'm going to England. I'll go to Ireland. We'll both be safer if we go separate ways. Wherever we go, men will smile at us while hiding daggers. Our closest relatives are the ones most likely to murder us. We haven't yet encountered that danger, and the best thing to do is avoid it entirely. With that in mind, let's get on our horses. We'd better not worry about saying polite goodbyes. We should just get away quickly. There's good reason to escape when there's no mercy to be found anymore.